Period made me lick the floor of a Walmart bathroom. It looked like I tried to kill him. I feel sick. Hey guys, it's Adria. What's up? Welcome back to this month's period horror stories video. People request them more often, so maybe we should do twice a month. Let me know what you think of that, but I kind of just like the whole monthly brand. Today on Period Horror Stories, we will be exploring the depths of Reddit for the worst period horror stories we can possibly find, because that seems like fun. Enjoy it, please. Please give this video a thumbs up. If we reach 14 likes, I won't delete my channel. That's, yeah, incentive. I'm a mess. I'm running on like 0 sleep and a ton of caffeine. It's my time of the month. I cried so much leading up to it and I just wanted the crying to stop and I felt like my life was over. Anyway, let's explore the period horror stories of Reddit and we'll see which one is the worst and awarded the period horror stories trophy of the day, which is just this little PNG, but you know. Girls, what are your period horror stories? I got my first period at 13 while on an 18-hour international flight. I didn't know it could be brown, so at first I thought I shit myself. But I figured out by the time I got home. 18-hour flight. I feel like the air pressure up in a plane makes it feel so much worse. It's kind of like how you get gassy. Okay, it's already be disgusting.
This is disgusting.
I enjoy making these because it makes it less scary. Once I learned about periods, I thought my life was over, but now it's just funny. I'm very irregular. I was staying at my new boyfriend's for the first time. We had been having sex and apparently that can bring about a period, like jump start it, I guess. Anyway, I didn't know I was going to start, so we both fall asleep naked and cuddling. I feel sick. I'm an active sleeper. I move around a lot. The next morning I woke up to a wet feeling between my legs and butt. And sometimes when I'm cold, I stick my hands between my thigh. I do the same thing. I opened my eyes and looked at my hands and they were covered in blood. I lifted the white sheets and looked down to a horrible scene. We were both covered in blood. It looked like I tried to kill him. This might get demonetized for this. Women make better murderers because they're just used to cleaning up blood. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I have white bed sheets and I thought that was a terrible idea, but I woke up to a mess all over me, but the bed was completely untouched. How? I'm not a girl, but I sat behind a horror story in my middle school history class. Our instructor was doing a lecture on the fall of the Berlin Wall, which occurred like a week or 2 before this. He had actually been there when it happened and brought back a piece of the wall with him. So he's talking about the wall and what it meant and how important this event was, and she raised her hand and asked to go to the bathroom. The teacher was very annoyed and told her no. If you can gauge a child's panic, let them leave. 10 minutes later, she raised her hand again, sounding a little more desperate. The teacher, even more annoyed now, again refused her request. 15 minutes, another hand raised. She asked to go to the bathroom. The teacher said that if she continued to interrupt, she would be sent to the principal's office. Oddly enough, she agreed to go to the principal's office, so he told her to go. When she stood up, the entire back of her khaki pants and the chair she was sitting on were a deep, dark red. She had sat there bleeding through her pants for almost the whole class waiting to go to the bathroom. No one said anything as she left. I always felt so bad for her. I don't know if the teacher ever got in trouble for it, but he sure as shit should have. That takes me back to my middle school days. I don't miss middle school. Just burn it. Just skip the whole thing. I'm not telling you to burn down your middle school. Don't do that. Is that what it sounded like I said? I overanalyze everything I say. I should go on Reddit sometime and read the most embarrassing encounters with strangers. Brandon and I were at this lake once and these strangers asked us to take their picture. And I so enthusiastically was like, oh, I'll use my phone. They looked so confused. I felt pretty stupid. TM. First period was my sister's roller skate birthday party. Went to pee and saw blood. I read Tamora Pierce's Alana books, so I knew this made me a childbearing woman. Her protagonist flipped, but I stayed chill. I wrapped my underwear in like 8 layers of toilet paper. Toilet paper does not work. I could have told my mother, who had her tubes tied more than a decade before, carried emergency pads for this very reason. Instead, I used toilet paper for 3 more days because my friend had just had a super embarrassing first period becoming a woman party a week before. Cupcakes with raspberry Does that not seem minorly inappropriate? Anyway, condom party favors, definitely mildly inappropriate. I'm still not sure how those are supposed to be used. Wait, what? My friend group snuck me pads for 2 months until my diving team practices started. I had to tell my mom because no one knew how tampons work. Pro tip, not hard. Way better than pads. The too long didn't read for this one says, period made me lick the floor of a Walmart bathroom. I'm interested, let's read it. The Walmart bathroom story. I had endometriosis, so I got to experience the infamous period cramps worse than labor that a couple others have mentioned. I was in Walmart getting stuff for my dorm room my first semester of college. Had my mom with me. We both popped into the bathroom at the back of the store. Walmart bathrooms are disgusting. You'd be better off just going outside. I just remember turning to her and saying as we were walking out, this is really starting to hurt. Then I felt like I was having my right ovary ripped out with a white hot pair of tongs and I passed out from the pain. I came to face first on the floor of the Walmart bathroom. And the only thing that registered with me was that for some reason my tongue was hanging out and was pressed against the floor. I remember how awful the pain was, but I mostly remember feeling completely grossed out. After the fact, I was shocked that I didn't catch something incredibly contagious and awful. What the? God bless. I don't like my other problems you decided to give me, but thank you for not giving me that, I guess. In my younger years, I was a model. I had this futuristic fashion shoot on the beach. I had just completed the shoot on the first outfit and was walking toward the beach house to change when I felt an itch on my upper thigh. I scratch. Look at my fingers and they're covered in blood. I look down at my inner thighs and couture clothing are covered in blood. I love anyone that can just casually throw the word couture in a sentence. Very Bratz doll of you. I scream bloody murder and run inside crying. A dramatic reenactment. Oh wait, I can't scream. My neighbor will hear me. That was terrible. It took a lovely assistant to come into the bathroom I am hiding in, help me change, and many overly kind words to bring me back to the photo shoot for the rest of the day. The crew was beyond unfazed. No one cared. The designer was pissed, but I sincerely apologized and explained I was a week early and she was okay. The shame still clings to me, like period blood on my inner thigh. Being a model sounds so hard. Clear the room, everybody. This is the final one. Visiting family and staying at my sister's house. With me, that makes 3 adults and 4 kids, 1 bathroom. I woke up on a particularly heavy morning and knew as soon as I gained consciousness that it was a stage 5 leak happening in the shark zone. Ooh. The cup had not contained what ended up being a mammoth of a tidal wave. Nice. I was leaking down my thankfully black pajama pant leg before I even crossed the room. You can't even move. You're just stuck in your bed. Concept. Hiring a super strong dude to come lift you out of the bed and carry you to your bathroom. The bathroom door was straight across the hall, but my 3-year-old nephew beat me. Minutes passed, he didn't emerge. At some point, he opened the door but lay in the entryway trying to wiggle into his pants. At this point, about 7 minutes had passed. A few more minutes and someone appears and swoops him away. I lunge at the opportunity. My underwear and pajama bottoms were soaked, but I'm finally able to swap corks. Excuse me? I clean up with a tub of Huggy wipes as much as possible and take the most ratty towel I can find. Darting back to my borrowed room, I clean up further, which includes a couple of small puddle bloody footprints in the oatmeal colored carpet. I steal the towel and bundle up my ruined clothing so I can take it home the next day. Later that morning, I caused the arguably shoddy toilet to clog with watery red soup. It won't flush more than once every 5 to 10 minutes and someone had been in there just before me. I managed to keep everyone out until my sister wakes up and can assist me a few weeks later. I explain over text my sister where her missing towel is. She doesn't want it back. Well, Thank you, Reddit, for the interesting YouTube content. Guys, what's happening? Some of these were pretty bad, but I think I'm going to have to award the trophy of the day to Walmart floor tongue bathroom girl. These were some interesting period horror stories. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and check out my playlist, more period related videos, more horror stories, all that fun stuff. Today's Twitter shout out goes to Hannah Johnson. I will see you guys again next time. Until then, remember to shower regularly. Hand hugs, love you guys. Goodbye.
Check out our flowers.